Welcome back, students. Exercise problem number 3. Prepare purchase book and sales book in the books of Santosh Textiles Limited from the following transactions given for April 2017. So, April 2017, 1st of April, purchase goods from Prasad Kanchipuram on credit. So, this will come in purchase day book. 100 meters silk at rupees 450 per meter, 75 meters velvet at rupees 180 per meter. Then April 10th, sold goods to Ratinam, Chennai on credit. This transaction will be recorded in the sales day book, credit sales, right? So it will be recorded in the sales day book. 60 meters silk at rupees 490 per meter, 50 meters velvet at rupees 210 per meter. Then April 18th, Nathan and Sons purchased from us on credit. So this point is very, very important. By merely looking at this word purchase, you should not enter that in purchase day book. Nathan and Sons purchased from us, which means Nathan and Sons is our customer. So this is a credit sale, not credit purchase. So this transaction will be entered in the sales day book. Nathan and Sons purchase from us. It is not a credit purchase. Generally, children will make a mistake by looking at this word purchase. They will directly put this item in the purchase day book. So, kindly read the transaction properly. Nathan and Sons purchased from us on credit, which means Nathan and Sons is our customer and we have sold goods to Nathan and Sons. So it is a credit sale, not credit purchase. So this will be entered in the sales day book. 100 meter silk at rupees 510 per meter. Then April 20th, purchase goods from Hariram and Sons, Madurai on credit. In this will be recorded in the purchase day book. Then April 24th, purchase from Mohan Karur for cash. This item will not be recorded in the day book. Why? Because it is a cash transaction. Cash transactions must be omitted. Cash transactions will be recorded in cash book and not in day book. So omit April 24th. Purchase from Mohan Karur for cash will not be recorded. Omit this transaction. So let us see the solution now. So let us start with the solution now. Purchase day book of Santosh Textiles Limited. So this is a format, date, particulars, invoice number, LF, details. Okay, and total. So let's begin now. 1st of April 2017. April 1st. Prasad Kanchipuram. So 100 meters silk at rupees 450 per meter. 100 into 450, 45,000. Then 20th, Hariram and Sons, Madurai. All purchase, credit purchases will be recorded in the purchase day book. Credit sales will be recorded in the sales day book. So you shouldn't combine both the things together. It should be maintained separately. All the credit purchases will be recorded in the purchase day book and all the credit sales will be recorded in the sales day book. Hariram and Sons, Madurai. 50 rolls Kada cloth at rupees 730 per roll. So 50 into 730, you will be getting, sorry children, so we have left out one more item under Prasad. Okay, 75 meters velvet at rupees 180 per meter. So this is 13,500. So totally it comes to 58,500. Then 50 rolls Gada cloth at rupees 730 per roll, it comes to 36,500. Then 80 rolls cotton cloth at rupees 650 per roll, 52,000. So this comes to 88,500. So the total of purchases will be 1,47,000. Purchase account. So it has a debit balance. So let me repeat. All the credit purchases will be recorded in the purchase day book. So 1st of April, Prasad Kanchipuram, we have purchased 100 meters silk at rupees 450 per meter. 100 into 450, 45,000. Then 75 meters velvet at rupees 180 per meter, 13,500. Together it comes to 58,500. The total is recorded in the total column. So you have to draw a line and it has to be written in the total column. Then 20th of April, Hariram and Sons Madurai, 50 rolls Gada cloth at rupees 730 per roll. So 50 into 730, 36,500. Then 80 rolls cotton cloth at rupees 650 per roll, 52,000. So together it comes to 88,500. Then add these two things, 58,500 plus 88,500. You will be getting the total 1,47,000. This is the total of purchase account. So your total of total credit purchase is 1,47,000. Able to understand? So now we are going to do the sales day book of Santosh Textiles. So 2017 April, 10th of April, Rathinam, Chennai. So Rathinam is our customer. Rathinam. 60 meters silk at rupees 490 per meter. So 60 into 490, we will be getting 29,400. 29,400. 60 meter silk at rupees 490 per meter, 29,400. Then 50 meters velvet. At rupees 210 per meter. 50 into 210, 10,500. So total you get 39,900. 39,900. The next one on 18th You get Nathan and Sons. Nathan and Sons. 100 meters silk at rupees 510 per meter. So this comes to 51,000. 100 into 510. 51,000. So you draw a line, the same total will be transferred to the total column, 51,000. So what is the total now? You get 90,900. Sales account, you have a credit balance. Last transaction, 24th April will not come. Okay, purchase from Mohan Karur for cash. Since it is a cash transaction, this will not be recorded in the purchase day book. Only credit purchases or credit sales will be recorded in the day books. Able to understand? So now we are going to look into an illustration. Enter the following transactions in the purchase return book of Hari, who is a dealer of automobiles, and post them into the ledger. So you already know subsidiary books are specialized journals. So you don't need journal entries separately. But we do post them into the respective ledger. So here they have asked us to enter the following transactions in the purchase return book and post them into ledger. So 2017 January 5th, return to Anand 5 clutch plates at rupees 200 each, not in accordance with the order. Second transaction is on January 14th. Return to Chandran 4 brake shoes at rupees 200 each and 10 rear view mirrors at rupees 350 each due to inferior quality. So first, let us look into the format. So you have date, particulars, debit note number. For a purchase return, we have to have this column, debit note. Then LF, amount, details, total, and last one column, extra remarks, why the goods are being returned. So we are returning it to our supplier. Okay. So first we'll be writing in the books of Hari, purchase return book. And on 2017 Jan 5th, Anand is our supplier. We are returning 5 clutch plates at rupees 200 each. So 5 into 200 is 1000. So what is the reason? Not in accordance with the order. That is the reason for the return. So that should be recorded in the remark column. In January 14th, we are returning the goods to Chandran. 4 brake shoes at rupees 200 each. 4 into 200, 800. 10 rear view mirrors at rupees 350 each. 10 into 350, 3500. So 800 plus 3500, 4300. Already we have 1000. So 1000 plus 4300, 5300 is our purchase return. It has a credit balance. Okay, the total of purchase return book is 5300. Now, how are we going to post this into ledger? So Anand and Chandran are our creditors. So you may have so many suppliers, A, B, C, and it goes on and on. So in your subsidiary book, the total matters. So when you are recording that into ledger, it is very difficult for us to point out each and every one separately and do. So instead, under purchase return, we can mention the total of purchase return. So what is the total? purchase return. So we need not show Anand separately and Chandran separately in our purchase return ledger. So together we can put sundry creditors. That's why what is the entry for it normally? Purchase return has a credit balance. Right? So it is related to our stock that comes under real account. Right? So what should be the entry if you are returning back to Anand? Anand comes under personal account, debit the receiver. So Anand account debtor to purchase return is our journal entry. Similarly, Chandran is the receiver. Chandran account debtor to purchase return. So instead of putting separately in the purchase return ledger, we are going to just use buy sundry creditors and put the total alone 5,300. So this is a ledger, as you all know the format: debit side, credit side, date particulars, JF, journal folio, amount. Similarly on the credit side, date particulars, JF, amount. So on 31st of Jan, the last day of that month, right, buy sundry creditors and you put that 5,300. But when you are opening Anand account and Chandran account, this will be shown as, so in Anand account it is going to be to purchase return. So to the 2017 January 5th to purchase return 1000. Similarly in Chandran account 14th Jan to purchase return 4,300. So this is how we will post the entries into ledger. I hope you already know how to do ledger. We have completed that, right? So it is just going to be a revision. I hope you understood this. So the same pattern is for sales return as well. So in case of sales return, it is going to be sundry debtors. So in case of a sales return, goods are coming inside the business. Debit what comes in. So sales return will be debited. Then your customer's name. Okay, your customer will be credited. Why? Because he will be the giver of goods. Sales return account debtor to your sundry debtor, your customer. So just go through the illustrations and try to work out the exercise problems.